What's happening in this picture?
It's awesome. The kids are great, and even though I hadn't taught these grades before, I think that almost made it better. It was a lot of fun.
Midnight.
Yes.
Every day, like as a teacher, I can see the kids going through that process and finding who they are, finding their voice, whether it's learning to calm their personality down a little bit so that way their voice is actually heard, or whether it's just getting that confidence to tell people like, hey, this is what I need to get me through this.
So ready, let's make a J.
There's nothing so unusual about a first-year teacher reflecting on the challenges of her first classroom of eager students. But for Megan Knight, these students and this school hold a special meaning. Not too long ago, Megan was a student here. She learned and lived at Kurn Hattin homes when she faced difficulties at home in her young life.
Before I came here, my parents had just got divorced and my mom had started college, so she didn't have a lot of money to take care of us. Her and my dad were always having arguments right in front of us, so it was kind of hard to, I guess, ignore. And I was just getting really wrapped up in the whole situation.
At Kurn Hattin, Megan found stability, compassion, and hope.
Kurn Hattin's mission is to transform the lives of children and families forever. It's really to try and work with families who are struggling either with the social or cultural or economic environment.
That's the common thread for all of the children at Kurn Hattin. And the difficulty can be homelessness, a parent in jail. A lot of our children come who are being raised by their grandparents or another family member.
Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one.
And so their children come here, and we have the opportunity then to work with those children to try and transform their lives, to provide a different trajectory for their lives.
1, 2, 3.
Kurn Hattin is really a place for children to be able to come and thrive given the stability and the structure that the program can provide.
Oh, look, good job, buddy. Nice sitting.
Kurn Hattin's definitely a special place, and I think it's just because it becomes home. And not only does it become a home, it becomes a pretty special home. So you have these children that are coming from an environment where there clearly were issues, and they come here and they find this environment where there's adults that care for them.
I had bad problems at my other school. It was pretty horrible. I was screaming, I was always mad, I always got bullied, I was petrified. But now, like here, I'm awesome. I'm not scared, I'm not petrified. I feel safe, and I have way more friends, and it gives me an opportunity to discover new things.
Founded in 1894 by the Reverend Charles Dickinson, Kurn Hattin Homes was designed to be a home for children who needed a stable, safe, and secure place to live and learn. Located in Westminster, Vermont, on a hill above the Connecticut River, Kurn Hattin Homes provides a peaceful setting for children escaping the chaos of interrupted family lives.
We have a lot of kids that come from inner city, whether it's Manchester, Boston, New York City, that always feels chaotic to them. It always feels dangerous because of their home situation. When they come here, it's quiet. So it offers a peaceful, quiet, relaxed, safe setting for our kids.
More than 100 years later, Kurn Hattin is still responding to the needs of children and families, emphasizing the core values of perseverance, nurturance, hope, compassion, and sense of worth.
And we have some students who have struggled with going and getting to school, staying in school.
There was days when I wouldn't even go to school. There were days that I couldn't even go to class. I would have my mom walk me in because I was just so scared.
When you see them in the classroom, they're just kids. They're incredible kids. They're incredible. They're resilient. So they're some of the strongest people that I've seen.
It was kind of rough for me. I was moving a lot. I was always moving schools, going to Georgia, coming back, going to Rhode Island, coming back. So it was a very turbulent childhood.
I think that the whole atmosphere at Kurn Hattin is one of nurturing. I know that I've been to other private schools and residential schools, and I've yet to see a school that has that same feeling.
I think Kurn Hattin is probably more relevant than it's ever been. I think what's forgotten is that these children are the victims. They've done nothing wrong, but in their life, some of those essentials that a child needs just are missing, and the issues of the day have kept it incredibly relevant. And unfortunately, that's not going to change anytime soon.
The tangent of 70 degrees is going to be the opposite over the adjacent.
Kurn Hattin is a residential educational community, so we provide both the residential services in our cottages as well as a structured educational environment that allows for the individual needs of each child to be met.
We're a K through 8, state-approved school. What we do that is a little unique is we do group students by their needs and their skill level.
If you need to round, what are we going to round to?
Because of the histories of many of our students, school continuity has not been a part of their world, so they've often missed time in school. So we're really seeking to meet students where they are and program for them based on their needs.
Our students come and live here instead of just going to school, so we have a residential program.
Ladies, you ready for your spelling words?
We'll never take the place of their parents. Children, regardless of their situation, love their parents, and we don't want to take the parents' place. What we want to offer them is safety and security and love, and all our staff here absolutely love what they do and love the kids, and they want to see the kids succeed.
I think that routine and the fact that they get their meal and they have all these responsibilities helps them feel like this is a safe place for them, and they know that they can trust the people here.
It's vital. They need to feel secure and safe in order to be able to grow and flourish. They need to know that when they go to bed at night, that nothing is going to hurt them.
When I came, the fact that, 7 was breakfast, and then we had school, and then we had after-school sports, and then we had dinner, and then we had our chore, and then we had an hour to do homework, and then we had an hour of free time, and it was bed. It kept my day going, so even if I was having one of those hard days, I knew that there was still something else I had to do, and it kind of kept me going through that day, even if I didn't think that I could myself.
With the consistency of a caring and stable living environment, along with academics that are challenging and matched to a student's skill level, students begin to progress as they recognize their own success. What's more, a broad array of activities, from an acclaimed music program to sports and farm-based activities, makes for healthier, happier, more creative students.
Kurn Hattin helps you feel comfortable. It helps you feel like, all right, I can do this. It helps you find inner talents in yourself. It helps you explore the you inside that you never knew was in you.
When you blow into an instrument, you have instant success, and you're able to toot a few tunes, and that's going to translate into reading. Music goes across all the boards of education, and I think with our population of children here, they need to feel valued and wanted, and they also really need to feel success.
The day that I realized that I was actually talented was my first day in the music room, and I got a clarinet, and I started playing it, just messing around, and they told me, you have a natural talent with this. And I was like, wow, that's cool.
Somebody explain to me.
And then I got my first test grade back. I got 100 on the test. I got 100 on my reading test too. And I was just like, if I could do this all in one day, I can do it for the rest of my life.
You step, keep your head on the baseball.
Most of our children come here for free. If a family does have some financial means, we work with them on a sliding scale in that regard to try and provide some level of tuition. But essentially, 95% of our overall operational budget comes from charitable giving.
Very, very little public funding goes into here. This is really funded by private dollars and requires philanthropy. And as you can imagine, the need to continue to raise money is a challenge.
Having a network of major gift donors and generous donors consistently on annual giving as well as in major gifts and bequests is absolutely our lifeblood. Our folks who have been long-standing donors for us over the years recognize the value and the essential nature of what they're doing in changing children's lives. This is an exceptional opportunity to make a difference in the world.
There's so much potential here, and I think that the staff here does a great job of capitalizing on it.
We have parents that regularly come to us and say, I can't believe the difference when my child comes home in how they behave. I can't believe that they've learned so quickly. They learn, and the parents come back and thank us for that.
When I think of Kurn Hattin, I don't think of another school, a boarding school where there's teachers and adults and you live on campus. I think of it as a home. And that's always going to be my home, and I can always come back here if I need to.
Kurn Hattin's a home away from home. It's a community, a family, and just a loving place.
It is a wonderful mixture of care and nurture, compassion and dedication, commitment and opportunities for growth. It's a wonderful place to be.
I love it here. I've changed so much. Like, this is a dream come true, seriously.
I think coming here really allowed me to find myself and figure out what I wanted to do. I think Kurn Hattin's important because it provides a safe place for everyone. Whatever they need, they know that they'll find it here. If Kurn Hattin wasn't there for me, I don't really know where I'd be.